People, as you can see, I've found the man again, Mr. Dr. Hamilton. I know you guys liked the interview I did with him some nights ago. And we're back again. How are you, Dr. Hamilton?
I'm fine, Crystal from St. Thomas. Love you, girl. Love you. Love what you're doing with the show.
Thank you so much, sir. I had to get you again for another conversation, another chat, because I've seen that the Sunshine Girls completely, absolutely hammered Barbados, our friendly rivals. What do you make of that result?
Well, yeah, the Sunshine Girls are mentally strong. They are physically strong. Coaches and everybody is doing a good job. So they're preparing and they're peaking. You know, mentally, I love how the girls are doing, and I love what the coaches and everybody, the defensive coach Rob, Connie, head coach, everybody's doing a good job, and the girls are playing well. Very very proud of them.
I'm so glad that I've been blessed with the opportunity to talk to you because there's something that we have in common. I know that you have a sincere passion for mental health. Just share with me, why is it so important for athletes to take care of their mental well-being?
Okay, I'm glad. So I am the sports psychologist for the Jamaica team and with the Jamaica Olympic Association as well. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist in Jamaica, and I'm a licensed sports psychologist. So this aspect of sports is very important to me. There's a region in your brain called the limbic cortical region, and sometimes it can cause us to do silly things or difficult things or not the right thing. So here you're an athlete, you trained for 4 years, you get up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, you've sacrificed, you see your friends going out, you know, you see them wearing them wicked clocks like the clocks that you have on, and them want to go to the street or they want to go to the party, but they don't go because they're disciplined and they're training. And then you get all the way to competition and you have anxiety or fear of failure or just a whole host of things. So that's where I work. I work as the clinical psychologist and a sports psychologist to help the athlete perform on the day how they need to perform and how they want to perform. I'm not just there to just address clinical issues. I'm here to help the athlete perform and to work on the mental aspect of their performance.
Marvelous stuff. I'm glad that you exist. I want to ask you a question that's been
Uh-huh.
just pounding at me. With the rise of social media, so you know, the Instagram and the Twitter and the Facebook, so where you have the keyboard warriors, is there a correlation there to athletes now facing a setback on their mental well-being? Because anybody can put, you know, a nasty comment under your social media and just run with it.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. Um, so women are many times smarter than men because their prefrontal cortex is fully developed at 21. Men, it develops at 25. And the prefrontal cortex is that part of your brain that, you know, makes you manage um, some, say, bad decisions. So you see why young men are more impulsive and girls are a little bit more mature at a certain age. So now here it is, you having this social media thing, which can be hurtful, it can be mean. People could have gambled money on the race that you're in. You drink up a lot of liquor and you angry that you lose your money and you light up the person who you think is the reason why your team didn't win, and you're hurting some little girls or people that work hard to participate for Jamaica. Listen, competing and participating for Jamaica is not an easy thing. One, to train hard, but we are a hard people to please. You understand? I say, if Bob Marley was to ever come back to life and he had like a sore throat or a hoarse throat and him singing that sting and him not singing so well, he might receive some Guinness and Heineken. You understand? So, just the same way with this social media. Some people are very mean on it. And if you are not mature enough to understand those people not really in your existence and what they think, you know, that's their opinion. But when you're young and your brain isn't fully developed, that thing can affect you. It can definitely affect athletes' mental performance, physical performance, and whether the athlete want to continue representing Jamaica.
Absolutely spot on. Dr. Hamilton, going forward, how do we get the government of Jamaica to turn an eye where he says that we have to be more assertive or attentive to mental health and taking care of athletes' mental well-being. In certain countries, if you attack a person, be it online or face to face, especially in relation to discrimination, that could be deemed as a hate crime.
Hmm.
Hate crime, for example, in England, that could potentially come with a prison sentence. And no, Jamaica, we're always playing catch up, but how do we bring Jamaica up to speed to say, look, if you do X, Y, Z, you could be facing jail time and some serious numbers behind it.
Yeah, that's a very good question because here's the thing: when somebody does something mean, and then them say, "Oh, I was just joking," that's a way to try get yourself out of the situation after you did things. If you know that legal action can be taken against you for a post, because how I think of it, and it's a very good question, once you took the time to type and to tweet or to text or to whatever you did, you communicated on social, that's a legal document, right? That can go into court. Somebody could say, see it here, I see this, you write this is your name, you understand? This tag is associated with you. And yeah, so if it get in there where they're doing things similar to how they do it in the UK and you face consequences, I'm all for it. Because people, it is becoming very lax and people can just hide behind some name they created and abuse people mentally. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton. You're an absolute blessing. And thank you so much, dare I say, for being a shoulder to cry on or a shoulder to lead on for our athletes. Long may it continue and enjoy the rest of the games.
I appreciate it. I'm going to just big up my nephew, Tessellated, who you went to see his concert. And I hope when Tessellated is back in London or in England that you guys go to visit. I'm going to show Tessellated a picture of your Clarks, because we all love Clarks very much.
I have a little Clarks collection. Yes, I saw a test at Unruly Fest.
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing him at Unruly Fest before the pandemic. Come out in St. Thomas and the crowd love him.
Yeah.
And he's different.
No, man, no,
He's
good,
so unique.
Watch this. You remember when they had the Women's World Cup?
Yeah.
And you had
France.
that AirPod commercial, right? And the guy was bouncing on the walking and just bouncing. And the song was, "You're going to learn some jazz." I can't sing.
Yeah.
Learn some jazz today.
Yeah.
That was his song in an Apple commercial. That's
You're
big.
joking.
Yeah, that was really big.
What year was that? You remember the year?
I don't know. It's maybe 2016.
Oh my
I think.
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
a little bit minutes ago, but still.
Wow.
Yeah, because then
wow.
right after that we did have COVID. But yeah, I think 2014 was the Men's World Cup, and
Yeah.
I was there in Brazil.
And then we did have the 2019 World Cup. That was the Women's World Cup in France.
Oh, that's the one I'm
That's
talking.
the one?
That's the one.
Yes,
So the commercial
yes.
is 2009.
Reggae Girls, that was their
Yeah.
first ever World Cup.
Right. It's the first one the Reggae Girls went
Yeah.
to. Yes, it was in
Yeah.
France. That's when the commercial was shown by Apple.
Yeah, he's unique.
Yeah,
He's
man.
definitely has his own fan base, and by the grace of God, that will continue to expand and so on. But yeah, I enjoyed this concert, enjoyed his performance, and hopefully I'll see him again.
Yeah, man. I'm going to big up St. Thomas for you.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome.